right, y'all. Hey, so this is about to be the highlights of a seller finance conversation. It was like an hour and a half long conversation that we had with the seller yesterday. It's 25 single family homes in Florida that he's looking to sell. Now, he wants a super unrealistic cash number, so he came in with seller finance to try to make it work. He understands that we're two young guys trying to get in on it. Man, his whole thing is just taxes. He just wants to get taxes done. So this is just part of the conversation. I didn't want to post the whole hour long. I actually was just gonna chop it up into shorts and just make some shorts. But as I was going, there was like 11 minutes of shorts, so I just kind of put them all together and made a YouTube video for you guys. If you have any questions, if you want to see the full video, if you say, hey, I want to hear more of this part, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, do all that, and I'm gonna holler at y'all.
If you guys started managing this thing and for some reason you went away and defaulted, then I got the bag in my hand again.
Yeah, so I like to say, like, if aliens abducted me and took me to outer space, right? What would happen? Well, you kept our down payment. You kept all the payments that we've made to you in the meantime, and any improvement we've made to the property. So, are we going to give these properties back to you? Absolutely not. But that chance is always there, right? And if so, you still come out winning. I know you don't want it to come back to you, but you still come out winning because you got to collect all that money from us in the meantime.
I haven't really thought about it. 30 years is a long time, man. That's a long time. Too long.
Yeah, so I wanted to do a 30-year amortization like a normal loan. And then we can put a balloon on it. A balloon meaning that's when the total amount of the loan is due between 10 and 20 years, wherever you feel comfortable. At that point, we would just refinance all the properties, take the cash out, and pay you off.
Right.
Is there a certain time frame that you're thinking about? I know you said you haven't really thought about it much, but is there a certain time frame you'd like to see?
Like I said, the trick would be that I would be paying taxes. I understand the down payment with the lease option, but avoid that tax. But the trick is, as I get, if it's interest only payments, then I'm paying. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying in a real estate transaction, I like to say there's three people involved: the seller, the buyer, and the IRS. Uncle Sam likes to get his money. So we just got to kind of find a way to get that stretched out and to make it comfortable for us.
Right. No, I understand that. I understand what you're saying. Got you. But, so your motivation for buying this, if you get seller finance, and what kind of interest rate were you thinking?
Well, it depends on the purchase price. If we're at $9 million, which is about $2.2 million over where we value this portfolio, I would love to get no interest on it. But if we're gonna set up interest,
What'd you say the last part? What'd you say the last part?
Yeah, I was saying if we do your $9 million purchase price that you're looking for, which is about $2.2 million over what we value this at, we would love to get it at 0% interest. But I mean, you're the bank, so you tell me what you want to see, and we'll see if we can get our numbers crunched. A payment that we felt comfortable with, if we were to bump up the interest to like 4%, we're looking at like a $7.7 million purchase price. So it really all just depends.
At what interest rate were you saying in the purchase price?
A 4% interest at 7.7. So let me ask you a question. Say we did a 10-year balloon, meaning you'll be taking payments for the next 10 years. You'll be like, what, 75 at that time?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you thinking you want a balloon? Why would you want to deal with that much cash at 75 instead of still collecting that same payment each month?
understand. You're saying for a longer term loan.
Yeah, I mean, your whole thing at this point is you want mailbox money and you don't want to manage anything. So I want to send you a lot of mailbox money and have you manage absolutely nothing.
Right. Right. I understand. I understand what you're saying. But it's only as good as how well you guys are going to be able to manage it, right? And keep it up. Because if you do default, I got a big issue. I'm looking for the number I want and cash out because otherwise, the longer we wait, the more money I'm making. So that thing, we're not worried about that. You know?
Yeah. I don't think money is the problem. It's more just you don't want to manage it and you don't want to take care of it. You don't want to deal with a leaky roof or anything like that. You just want your cash and be out. And if you want the most cash, this would probably be the best option for you.
For me to get that kind of return.
Your plan is beautiful. The only problem is getting somebody to buy that whole portfolio for that much that you're looking for. If you pieced it out one by one, maybe we can make it happen. But to get a bank to lend $2 million over what is actually in that portfolio, based on future projections, it just simply won't happen.
Oh, no, I know that. But here's the thing, right? There are buyers out there. New York buyers, California buyers, out of state buyers, overseas buyers that don't have to have they don't have to have all that money from the bank. They got money in their pocket. They got $2 million, $3 million in their pocket.
So we need to go find. We just need to go find them for you.
Yeah, I mean there are buyers out there.
Yeah.
Buyers out there that the New York buyers got $3 million or $4 million in his pocket. Maybe he might not have all $8 million, but he may have $3 million. And he says, well, I'm looking at this portfolio and I want to move into Florida and I got the growth. Well, I'm willing to put $3 million on my own as a risk potential, and the bank will give them the other $5 million all day. You put $3 million, the bank's going to give you $5 million. They're not going to look at the assessed value of the property because the equity that the bank has in hand is more than enough for them to take the risk.
Yeah, if somebody's willing to put $3 million down on this portfolio, then they're not a real estate investor, or they have billions of dollars. Because the whole thing with real estate is you use other people's money. You don't go in your bank and take out $3 million for 20 single families in Florida. That doesn't even make sense.
I beg to differ with you a little bit. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there that have cash, and I see it in Florida. You know, single family home purchases in 60%. And then I'd say, dude, then go somewhere else. Don't come to me.
Yeah. Well, help us out. We're trying to find you a buyer. I mean, if we're reaching out to these people in New York and they're just looking at addresses on a paper, that doesn't move them. You got pictures. You got something that I can bring these guys that's tangible that they can jump on.
I'm not clear. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm saying so we want to. So you want 8.2, 7.5 to 8.2, right? If we go and try to find you a buyer, but all we have is a picture of your rent rolls. We need something to bring them. Do you got pictures? Do you have something that they can sink their teeth into with this portfolio?
You know, I haven't done that much homework yet. I'll just be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I've had like 2 realtors approach me, one commercial guy, and he wants to take on my deal all exclusive, and basically saying, look, give me an exclusive deal. And, you know, he's promised me 10 million plus, which I know is not realistic. I know how realtors work, right? Just less than a month ago.
You need to call him up right now.
Huh?
I said, you need to call him up right now. You said you want 7.5 to 8.2. If you hit him at 7.7, he's going to jump on it. He's already seen it.
Well, hold on, though. But I don't want to play that game. I told him to go do his homework, okay, and come back to me with another number. I'm just telling you. So when you told me pictures and everything, he literally looked at these properties.
He's seen it.
And he went back and came back to me and says, we can offer you 7.5, right? And I said, we're not in that number range. I told him, same thing I'm telling you, that I'm looking at 8.1, 8.2. go sharpen your pencil, come back to me, and let's talk. So that's what he's done. I say, I'm not making up stories. I told Jonathan that even before I started talking to you or anything like that. So when you say you don't have any picture, this and this kind of stuff, this is a local guy that came in and did this. I had a company, some people from Israel. Then with the open mindset, the buyer wants to fly down here and do a drive by all the houses. I got no problems.
Yeah, but how can we expect the buyer to fly down there and take a look at properties that he has no idea what they look like? He just knows what's on a spreadsheet. That's all I'm getting at. You got to help us out here. If we're going to look at somebody for 8.2, we need something.
Every one of these properties, you can go on Google and you can see the front of the property. You know that.
Come on, Mr. Patel. Help me out here, man.
I can't.
Help me.
I mean, like I said, I don't. If I had it prepared, like the real estate agent wants to do, and go in with this guy and the cameras and everything, I just don't have the bandwidth right now. Really, I'm just telling you honestly.
And that's not what you want to do, Mr. Patel. This is what I think. I think you need to call that guy who went through with you a few months ago, who's at 7.5. Tell him come up to 7.7. And you need to jump on that and 1031 into something else. That's what I think, because that's no work that you have to do. Because it sounds like you want to do no work and you don't want to manage nothing. That will allow you to do just that. Or think about one of these seller finance options that we're throwing out, where you get mailbox money off rip and you don't have to do any work, right? Because that's what it sounds like you want to do.
I will talk to my guy and ask him. I got a call from you guys, and you got these kinds of things available.